and Riemyen. The 3 times world champion, Allyson Felix, in lane 3. The world's fastest this year, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, in lane 4. Seen some great sprinting in these championships. Now it's the first of the 200-meter finals. In the inside we have 3 Americans. First of all, Jenna Bertamo, 3rd in the American Championships, former world junior champion at 100 meters. She's got a best of 22.28, but it's slower than that so far this year. Geronda Williams is here as a wildcard entry because she won the Diamond League series of races at 200 meters last year. Looked good in her semi-final, qualifying as one as the next fastest for 2 automatic qualifiers. Allyson Felix now, one of the all-time greats of women's sprinting, a really beautiful runner, so smooth. 21.69 makes her the 4th fastest of all times. 3 times the world champion, won the Olympic title last year, surely the favourite. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce won the 100 meters by a huge margin, and she is the world leader at this event at 22.13. What a tussle this will be. Then Blessing Okagbare. Well, she started these championships with a marvellous silver medal in the long jump. She was disappointingly out of the medals in the 100 meters. Can she make up for it in this event? She's unbeaten at 200 meters this season. So too is Muriel Ahore of the Ivory Coast, their national record holder, who was the silver medalist in the 100 meters. 7th and 6th in the Olympics last year at the sprints. She's better this year. Shawnee Miller, former world junior champion at 400 meters, has chosen this event in preference to the 400, an up-and-coming young talent at 19 years of age. And finally, it's Maria Riemyen, the European champion and Olympic relay bronze medalist. Great roar when they see a Ukrainian here on the outside lane here in this 200 meters. Well, Allyson Felix bidding to go into history. Or can Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce here upset the apple cart and win a double 100 and 200 meters? Felix was only the bronze medalist in Daegu, but then she was attempting to run both the 200 and the 400. And of course she adds copious medals at the relays as well, and may do so again here. Allyson Felix in lane 3 in the final, the women's 200 meters. So a lot of noise from the crowd. I'm sure they'll hush for the start. Tamo, Geronda Williams, Felix, Fraser-Pryce, Okagbare, Ahore, Miller and Riemyen. Well, off they go, and look for Felix in 3 and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Fraser-Pryce is storming away on the athletes outside her, and Felix is pulled up. Oh, what a tragedy for her, but out front it's Fraser-Pryce. It's Ahore further outside, and Okagbare. Those are going to be the medalists, and it is the double for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Dipping, I think, Ahore gets 2nd and Okagbare 3rd. It's very fast at 22.19. It's the double for the flyer from Jamaica. But right down on the bend, Allyson Felix. It's all gone wrong for her after her fantastic record. 8 golds, a silver and a bronze in World Championship history, but maybe no more from these championships.
Well, that's a real shame.
Hey, I'm not. Yeah, I'm barely. Alright, I know. Yeah, I'm back in.
She got away well. There was a lead. We know that Felix tends to come through in the closing stages, so there wasn't initially concern at that slight gap and the advantage. But now, watch the figure, 3rd from the left. She pulls up, and Fraser-Pryce then just had to contend with Muriel Ahore and Blessing Okagbare. And what a fabulous championship the 2 athletes have had from Africa. Blessing Okagbare getting another medal after her long jump silver, and Ahore following up silver in the 100 with silver in the 200 meters. but that's not the way we wanted this race to pan out. If Fraser-Pryce was going to get the gold, it would have been marvellous to see them duelling all the way down the home straight, but that was nothing to do with Fraser-Pryce, and all she could do was finish the race and win.
Well, looking at that bend open from Fraser-Pryce, I think Allyson Felix was struggling right from the word go. She just couldn't keep up. I think at the end of the day, the woman that won the race would have won it anyway, whether Felix was in shape or not. Felix, I think, really suffered because she was overstriding, trying to keep up. And if that pulled a hamstring, then that was the big danger, really. Because this woman ran the best bend I've ever seen in a 20 metres. She literally just tore around. And I think Allyson Felix, on her inside, realised at 50 metres or so that she wasn't going to catch her and tried to overstride, and maybe that was the result. Well, she will not be taking part in the relays for the Americans in either the 4x1 or the 4x4.
No, her medal tally will stay at 8 golds and a silver and a bronze. As we look again, you see Felix third from the right there, already well behind, as Steve has explained, well behind Fraser-Pryce. But she is a fantastic, superb runner we've seen over the years, and it's very sad indeed that she's having to be carried off from the track here. And as Steve said, surely we're obviously unable to run the relays as well, and she's often done both of them too. But let's give tribute, of course, to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, a magnificent sprint double, and she won both by very big margins. And in the 200, she beat two women who are unbeaten this year, Ahore and Akokbari. Ahore just taking it as we look again at the closing stages. Fraser-Pryce winning by a couple of metres, and then Ahore just staying ahead of Blessing Akokbari and probably just dipping that little bit better as they come into the finish now.
Well, Ahore just dipped in the end. But at this stage, really, the race was over because there was no question that Fraser-Pryce had run the bend of her life. And she was tearing away from Felix, and I think Felix overstriding, causing problems. What a terrific championship this woman has had. She's small, she's compact, she's got all the elements of the perfect sprinter. Great start, great bend, and she doesn't lose it in the home straight. She's small, but she does not slow down in the last 100 metres.
Well, Usain Bolt's not the only one who can produce a Jamaican party. We've got the Bob Marley music going in the background, and she's laid down a bit of a gauntlet to Usain Bolt. I've done too, hugely impressively, and as she starts to dance, the crowd responding. Devastation for Felix. Her night ends in tears, but for the Jamaicans, it's another night to party.
Well, quite a contrast in statures between the possible double champions here in the sprint. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, rather small than Usain Bolt. You can have all sorts of physiques, and you can be a wonderful sprinter.
She's having a great time, and she must deserve. She could still do well in the relays as well, so she's not finished yet.
And we touched on the fact that we've got two African women on the podium. I think that's fantastic for African sprinting. The Ivory Coast, along with
what a brilliant performance by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and Bruce James had it right. Of course, the only thing he didn't get right was that Allyson Felix would pull up, but we can't kill you for that one, Bruce. Well done. There are the results. Fraser-Pryce winning in 22.17 seconds. Brilliant job. Not the fastest time in the world this year, but it was quite a comfortable victory for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. All right, Keon Rayner, our reporter, is in Moscow.